video for you guys, and it's all about fishing, kayaks, and filming. Yeah, check this out. We got a kayak over here. Look, we got some setups over here. And over here we got some tripods. And over here we have the star of the show. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how you do all this, how you fish with it. Show. Audio recording. Camera on. Camera recording. Audio going on hold. Now for a real video on how to film while fishing. Audio video file syncing 1, 2, 3, and hey guys, what's up? It's Angel with Caught It Outdoors, and I want to bring to you a video on a subject that has been a common question to me, and that is how I do my filming. And so I haven't shared much about mounts and things that I use, and so I want to do a video and share that. I wanted to do somewhat of an extensive video, and so there's a few things we're going to go through. We're going to go through filming now. The little demo I just did prior to this, that goes to exemplify some of the things that you don't want to do. You know, me, I'm not that good of a fisherman. There's guys out there that are better fishermen. So I have to compensate for really good video footage because my fishing is not that good. And so there's guys out there that can do fishing with really bad footage, but their fishing is awesome and their videos are awesome. I'm not that good. But so that takes us to the subject at hand, and that's some of the things we want to look at. One of the things I want to touch on first before I go into mounts is what is it that makes good quality video? Now to me, I'm sorry, I can't sit there and watch a video of a guy holding a GoPro in his hand off like this, all shaky. It is unpleasant to the eye. Now, there's nothing I can do about my face, okay? That's as good as it gets. But I can help to stabilize footage, and it doesn't have to be always on a tripod, and that's one of the things I want to touch on. You've seen videos of me using a backpack cam right here. Here's my backpack cam, and why is it that a guy holding a camera in his hand has really crappy, shaky video that you have to just turn away from after about, a minute? Yet a guy can strap a camera to his bike and go off mountains, and yet the video is bearable, yet there's more motion in that video on the bike ride than the guy holding a camera in his hand. Why? Because of a fixture. The camera is mounted to the bike. The bike becomes a solid fixture which your eyes focus upon, and everything else may be shaky, but that fixture makes it seem as if it's steady. So that's a tip for you. That is why I can strap this backpack cam onto my back and it not look really shaky, whether I'm fishing or whether I'm hunting. And so let's go. One of the mounts, I just want to demonstrate the mounts on my kayak. And I basically just use one mount, and that's this thing right here. Now you see a lot of guys, they go with the, the Yak Attack, the panfish mount. That panfish mount is basically a piece of plastic that mounts onto your kayak. It heads up probably about 2-3 feet, holds your camera in a fixed position. And by the time from here to here, you've spent $100. I don't think so. I can afford it, but I'd rather put my money in other places. Here is my mount which I use. Now you've seen footage, and I'll roll in some footage of me fishing and using this. This right here pans around. This extends. We all know what this is. This is a $6 selfie stick. Look how far that thing goes out. Let me, uh-oh. Yeah, I went out too far. So you get the picture. $6 selfie stick. A $15 tripod head. Now this tripod head I have modified with basically a T-bolt that goes into the rails and up into the mount. This on eBay, it's solid aluminum. It's a quick detach, so I can go and film, you know, whatever else I want to film, and mounts back on. Hi, I did that one-handed. But it rotates. That is how I get those shots of frontal shots, side shots, or rear shots. And sometimes in my video of a mystery catch, or the catfish that I caught while I was fishing for bluegill, in that video, this it was on my other kayak. It was a different setup, same idea. This was swinging around as I yawed and turned and twisted fighting that catfish. It would swing around on its own, and it would give me different angles, and it almost seemed like someone was actually filming me. And so the kayak is a fixture, I'm the fixture. And so even though this could wobble, it doesn't give you bad footage. And so this is the mount that I use as far as, you know, kayak fishing. Now, I do a lot of river fishing. I like to fish for bass at the Gila River. And oftentimes, you know, I pull up in my kayak, I get off, and I'm fishing. I'm walking the shoreline, because the river I'm fishing is usually 2 to 3 feet max in certain spots, usually from 1 to 2 feet. Okay, so that means I'm wading in the water and I'm fly casting. Well, you know, I don't have someone to follow me around and film me. So oftentimes I will just use a kayak, use a mount on the kayak, or I'll use a tripod. But the best thing to do when I'm fly fishing, either for bass or trout, is this backpack cam. And so let me demonstrate this. We will turn this camera on and use the footage. And this thing goes right up and over like this. Now it's me looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. And so this goes strapped on here, and I'm the fixture here. So there's motion to it, and I put it to it's universal. It fits, and all this thing is, all it is a frame of PVC that is tightly fitted into the water bladder, or the water bladder carrier of my backpack. It does not render useless the space in my backpack. I use this backpack for backpacking, for hunting, for fishing trips, all kinds of things. It's utilitarian. I have not deleted any use of the backpack itself. I have just added the frame inside, put a T, it comes around to a T, and I've glued it. Of course, it's all cemented. I've glued it with the T, with the cross bolt that holds my stem at an angle to give me that third person view. Okay. Now I wear it to my left when I'm fly casting. because I don't want my rod hitting my camera, and so it gives me this cross angle. When I'm hunting dove, it flips around. Let me demonstrate this. I flip this around, and we're going to go ahead and stop this footage. And, well, I can't. Just imagine the camera is facing the other way. I have it this way, okay? The camera is at an angle this way, down and across. But, check this out. When I raise my rifle, my shotgunner rifle, and I shoulder it this way, I've got a line of sight down my bore, and that's what has given me some nice footage. And you know, I don't upload hunting videos because of the whole anti-gun thing from YouTube, and you know, and it's not my thing. I want to do fishing videos. Okay. With that said, see? Did you notice in the demonstration? Okay, we're going to talk about a few things. What is the problem with mounted cameras? Now, what I use are GoPros. You know, here I have a few GoPros here. You know, I got a GoPro not in here, but we got a GoPro over here. Let's stick this over here just for a visual. Got a bunch of GoPros. That's what we use. That's what most people use. You don't have to use GoPros. There's other cameras out there. I'm just partial to GoPro. I like them. They work for me. I've had some problems. Everyone has, but you know, we use GoPros. Okay, whatever camera you use. Most of them are going to have some kind of housing, some kind of underwater housing. And I want to tell you something. If you're going to be kayak fishing, if you're going to be in water, I don't care if you're going to be wading for trout on a stream or whatever, you better have a waterproof housing, or that camera better be waterproof, because sooner or later you're going to fall. You're going to fall in, and so that creates a great problem, and that's audio. And the little demo I did prior to this, I wanted to demonstrate how horrible, I got to wipe this bug off, how horrible a video is with bad audio. And so we use waterproof housings, but that gives bad audio. Waterproof housing, because that protects your camera. Okay, another thing, I don't care how you mount. If I was using the audio from this camera, even right now, I can use it. I'm touching this tripod. You have a problem with transfer. This mount here in this backpack is a PVC, and it's all glued together except for where it takes a cross bolt to hold it together. It's all glued together. There's not much movement. The rubbing and the friction brings such horrible, horrible sound, transfer sounds to the microphones of the camera. Your kayak. Your kayak is for the most part, a hollow body drum, basically. It's almost a drum. Every little tap, every little thump transfers up the mount and into the microphones. Okay? That is why I have this. That is why I'm wearing a microphone. I use remote audio. And so with remote audio, you have the ability to add quality audio recordings that will not get interference from touching, rubbing. Yeah, if you're over here, you know, thumping your chest or rubbing the microphone itself, you're going to have some horrible sounds. But I use remote audio. To use remote audio is just like in the beginning of this video. I had to sync both camera and audio because they're separate video files, but you have to sync them for in post-production. The whole lights, camera, action, clap. That is a utensil that is used to put a spike in your audio graph, both of the camera and the audio. Now you synchronize those by moving them in line with each other, and now your audio is synced. So for many years, one of the audio recorders that I used was this Olympus. Very tiny, very compact audio recorder. It worked great. This has got some amazing audio quality, even better than the one I'm wearing right now. The problem is this records in WMA, Windows Media Audio File, and that is some of the worst audio formats. And I didn't notice it. I always had a problem in post-production, and that's in editing. It always seemed like after about 15 minutes, my video was running faster than my audio. Well, it was. And that was with the Hero GoPro 3 Plus, the Black Plus. Oh no, the whole GoPro, the Hero 3 White, okay? It wasn't that noticeable. Then I moved over to the GoPro Hero 3 Black Plus, and things got a little worse. Now, with the camera that I'm filming is a GoPro Hero 5, and within 2 to 5 minutes, my audio was sounding like this, totally out of whack, within 5 minutes. What has happened is that GoPro has progressed and has advanced their audio files and audio formats and the bit rates. I'm not going to go into all that. I really don't even understand all that bit rate drama. But what was happening is a bit rate of the camera and the bit rate of the recorder that I was using one was faster than the other. The camera was faster than the other, so that forced me to go to purchase another audio recorder, and that's this, which I'm using right now. This is the Zoom H1, and so this has actually not as good quality as audio. It does have good quality audio, not as good as the Olympus, but I can't find an Olympus voice recorder that has options of audio format. This records in both MP3 and WAV format, and WAV format is a whole lot better quality audio than MP3, and therefore this, in the MP3, it was still slower than the GoPro Hero 5 audio, but with the WAV format it was actually on time. And so that's how I do my filming, my audio, and I will throw in some other things if I remember, just in case I forgot. But that is basically it. You know, that's what I use to film. That's the mount. Again, many people have asked about this very mount that I use. All it is a $6 selfie stick with the tripod mount, a $15 tripod head from eBay. Get one, throw one on your kayak. Oh, and another thing, always tether your mounts to your kayak, not just to your mounts, but to your kayak, something that is not going to come off. Here I just have it to this bungee. Usually I wrap it around my seat and I have it fixed. Tether your stuff. You're going to spend $300 to $400 on a GoPro. Sooner or later, you're going to spill. You're going to fall over. You're going to flip the thing, and so tether your stuff. Like I said, those are the kind of things. Yeah, I use tripods. I've got a few here. I'm holding one that I usually use, a nice cheap one that I use for river fishing. I set it in the water, and it really adds to your videos. You know, like I said, I'm not the best fisherman, but I do try and do well in whatever I do. And so you want to step up your game as far as fishing videos. You know, try taking that better step, that other step of bettering your audio file, your audio to your videos. And I'll tell you what, it makes a world of difference. And so that's it for now. It's getting dark. Hopefully you could actually see right now. But thanks once again. This is Angel with Caught It Outdoors, and stay tuned for more fishing videos. Come on. Well, we got a large bass here. He's the one who's been making all the fuss. Yeah. Once again, folks, that's how it's done. This is what's working. We are mimicking that salamander. And so